Hello everyone, I'm Margaret Okocha Obioma. So glad to have you here. So this video is the recording of the data analysis training we had on the 18th of May 2024, the analyzing data using Excel. We had Mr. Elijah Daniel come facilitate the session, and the class was about a 3 hour session creating an interactive dashboard using Excel. So due to the way the class was, it's a 3 hours class, I had to break down the session into 3 parts. So this is the first part, and this is an overview of what an interactive dashboard is and the fundamental steps in creating a dashboard. And other part of the training covers pivot tables, filtering with the pivot tables, and creating a dashboard. Yes, during this training we created an interactive dashboard. So don't just stop at this part, and look out for the other parts of the training. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with someone in your network. Thank you. Let's slide into the class. Over to you, Mr. Elijah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So we'll start with the interactive dashboard, and I'll start with what is a dashboard so we understand what we are doing. So a dashboard is a visual representation of data designed to provide user with a concise and easy to understand overview of key metrics, trends, or performance indicators relevant to a specific area of interest or business. So you can see that okay, sorry for that. So you can see that I pulled in some very important keywords here: key metrics, trends, or performance indicators. So your dashboard is used to just get an overview of key metrics. Whenever you are doing a dashboard, what you're looking at is the metrics, the key metrics, the trends, and the performance indicators. So we call it KPI, key performance indicator. So that it's just an overview telling you just a summarized view of your data. And one thing my boss always said, he said, whenever you are analyzing your data, make it simple that even a layman can understand. So I'm going to just use that to start, that whenever you are doing any data, you are doing any dashboard, just make it simple. Just try to tell the story, something that a layman can understand, so that somebody will not call you and say, please explain this dashboard to me, or explain that to me. Madam Margaret will also testify. Whenever I do a dashboard, I'll just send it to her and say, do you understand it? I would love to hear her opinion and some of my friends' opinion to know if they understand the dashboard, and if it's something simple that they can understand without me explaining, because I really need to get feedback before I submit those dashboards to my clients or any other person involved. So a dashboard is just a visual representation of data. All the data you have collected, we are just trying to summarize those data that it can make sense to anybody that is handling those data. So we have fundamental steps to create a dashboard, which is very important. These steps, some of us who have gone through Excel training or dashboard training, these steps may be different from yours, but they are just similar. You understand, they are just similar. But this step is going to guide us in creating a dashboard. Whenever you are creating a dashboard, just follow these steps, and you will just get what you want. Now, number one is define the objective and audience. So whenever you are creating a dashboard, the first thing you have to come to your mind is you have to define the objective of the dashboard simply means what story do you want to tell? Do you understand? What key indicators do you want to present? Do you understand? How do you want the data to be represented to your client or to your boss? Do you understand? And the audience, yes, because the audience is important. For instance, if I want to do a dashboard for employee, it's different from a dashboard to the CEO or to my CFO because the audience determines the key performance indicators, the trends, the data, the charts, and every other things I want to use for the dashboard. So the first thing you need to look at is define the objective and your audience. Make it clear, make it simple. Don't do something ambiguous. Make it very, very simple. Like I said, it should be simple that even a layman can understand. Trying to this. Number two is identify the key metrics. Yes, very important. Now, when you have your data and you want to do a dashboard, the second thing you need to look at is what are the key metrics? What are the indicators? What do I want this dashboard to show? If it's a retail dashboard, do I want the sales? Do I want the purchases? Do I want the profit? Do I want to see the list of my customer? Do I want to see the list of the profit margins and so on and so forth? You understand? So you have to state your key performance indicator. You understand? Make it clear and let these indicators also align with the goals. You understand? With the goals of your dashboard, so that when somebody is seeing the dashboard, it's making sense. Because sometimes some people do dashboard and it's not clear. It's just the data does not really correspond to what the dashboard is saying, and they feel confused. So the second fundamental steps of creating a dashboard is for you to identify your key metrics. This is a very important aspect while creating your dashboard. So number three is data collection and preparation. So you have to gather the necessary data for your dashboard. You understand? So analyze your data. The data can be from different databases, either from spreadsheet or from different sources. Ensure you gather the right data. I believe you did SQL last week Saturday, and they taught you how to clean data. Here too, you have to clean your data and ensure that it is the right data you are using to analyze your dashboard. You understand? Collect the right data and prepare your data for your dashboard. And number four step is choose visualization tools. Now I'm going to spend a little time here. Now, when you say choose a visualization tool, we have different tools you can use to create a dashboard. You can create a dashboard with Excel, you can create a dashboard with Tableau, you can create a dashboard with Power BI, Data Studio, and you can also create a dashboard with Zoho. Sorry, I'm going to be saying Zoho a lot because I implement that software. So you can also prepare your dashboard with Zoho Analytics. You understand? So these are different tools you can use to prepare your dashboard. Like I said, make it simple. It should be very simple and it should be straight to the point. You understand? Straight to the point. Now, number five is design a layout and structure. So when you want to plan to prepare your dashboard, you have to design your layout and structure. A layout and structure simply means how you want your dashboard to be. Do you want it to be horizontal? Do you want to be vertical? It's not that. I think the first step after you have know the objective of your dashboard, you know your audience, you've determined your key indicators. Now the next thing is for you to now design the structure. Very important. Now this structure is not something you don't need to start it on the system. You can start it with a sheet of paper. The first dashboard I created, I first of all designed it with an A4 paper. I want to know how the dashboard is going to look like. I put in all my indicators, all my key indicators. I just have an overview on an A4 paper. You understand? I draw the chart, the chart of it, the graph I want to use, and every other thing before I start. Because the moment I do that, I have a picture of what I want to do. You understand? So it becomes easy. I'm not just coming to the system and start. Sorry, a minute, please. So I'm not just coming to the system and start typing or start doing or start racking my head on what to do. Why? Because I already have a draft, you understand, on an A4 paper that I can work with. So the sixth is create a visualization. So the next step for you to create a dashboard is to create a visualization. So your visualization is how you want your data to look like. You understand? This is based on the chart. If you want to use a chart, you want to use a line graph, and also the color of your dashboard. Very, very important, because sometimes some people do color routing. So you need to also understand your colors and ensure that your dashboard is presentable. You understand? Very, very presentable. Number five is implement interactivity. So the dashboard we're going to be doing today is going to be a live dashboard whereby it's going to, like I said, is an interactive dashboard whereby we can tell the system what to do. We can give commands. You understand? We can just, with a click, we can just tell the system, okay, I want, just give me reports or just show me data for 2022 or 2023, and the dashboard is, and the with just one click, I will just see the reports, I will see the charts, I will see the graph, I will see whatever thing I want to see with it, because it's an interactive dashboard that we are working on. While the last part of it is to test and iterate. You understand? So when you are done with your dashboard, you have to test to ensure that there is no errors. You understand? Because from an accounting point of view, you must ensure that your data are correct. You understand? Because sometimes, because we are using different formulas, we are using different tools to create this dashboard, sometimes we may make mistakes because it is done by humans. We may make mistakes. Sometimes you just need to check the totals, check the sum, check your subtraction, check all the formulas you use to ensure that they are correct before you can now go live and submit to whosoever you're submitting the dashboard to. So from this point, I want to know if there are any questions, so I can now move to the practical class of it. So I'm just going to be very, very fast with it, so that we can go to the practical part of it and have a good time with our Excel. Okay? So any questions?